Hey friends, I just wanted to share something really cool with you about QuiltInk.com. I know some of you used it to mock up bloom quilts for the bloom along, and I'm not sponsored by QuiltInk or anything. I pay to use their service as a designer. You pay to have your patterns on their website, but as a user, it's free to use. It's a really fun website, and until now, you were able to just color quilt patterns with various manufacturer solids, but now they've updated it. I can't think of the word. They've updated it. They've added a new functionality so that you can also color with print fabrics. So as a designer, I've been able to upload all my upcoming collections, including Phosphor Electric, which just landed this month or is landing in shops right now. And so now you can also color with prints by anyone who's chosen to make their palettes available to the public. So I just want to show you a little bit about how to do that, because I think this is really fun, and it's a really fun way to just play around with quilt designs without committing to actually sewing anything up front, right? So here's quiltink.com, again, free to use. Takes a little while to kind of get used to it, but they do have little tutorials and things down here. I think once you set up a profile, you've got full functionality and ability to save your designs as well. But yeah, they've got tutorials and things like that. So this is the landing page. Let's just jump in and go to patterns. So we'll choose patterns. So these are all like the latest patterns that are available. Some really beautiful ones by a variety of quilt pattern designers. But let's look up bloom. There's the bloom quilt. I'll click on this. It's going to load all the different designs that people have already colored and played around with. And so you can look at what other people have chosen. These are very cool, some very cool mock-ups. If I want to create my own mock-up and start playing around and coloring it, I click on Create New Mock-up. It will open all the different options for this quilt, which is a lot, but let's choose this one. Okay. All right. So it's loaded it up. It's already pre-colored with default colors. And then down here, it's already pre-selected a color palette using Susie Quilt's solids. I think that's because that's like the latest featured palette. But you can click on this little painter's palette here, and it opens up all these different options. So these QuiltInk palettes are all the solids, okay, by different manufacturers. Also, my older Phosphor collections are in here, but not the latest one. The latest one is over in this new section. So there's QuiltInk palettes, my palettes. So these are ones, if you want to upload some palettes and save them for yourself, you can do that in this private area, I think. But here's where mine are. Mine are in this shop designer palettes. You go here and there's a list of designers who've already uploaded some of their fabric collections. So if I click, there's Alexander has a winged garden. And here's mine, these four. So maybe just for fun, I know Birdie doesn't come out until June 2024, but let's click on Birdie. And so now down in the bottom, it's got all the Birdie fabrics in here. So I can just choose one of these. It's pretty floral. And when I click on the pink, all the pink changes to this. I click on this one, and maybe I'll make this color this. Like so. So now you can color with these prints. What's really fun about this too is that you don't have to stick to one collection. So in the middle of designing this or coloring this quilt, if I want, I can, choose some of these prints, and then I can go back and I go, okay, I want to now open up Century Solids by Andover. And, maybe I want a blue for this. And so see, it starts to color. You can keep coloring just with some solids. This doesn't look good at all, but just pretend that it looks amazing. Okay. Oof, this is not pretty. Okay. Also, I haven't changed that purple. Maybe that's what's happening. So let's go back to Birdie again. Or let's do glaze. Why not? Let's add a third collection in. Okay, there's a nice textured purple, pretty in a textured blue. Okay, so I could keep playing around with this. I won't bore you with it. But now that I've got a design, a questionable design, let's change that green. Sorry. Okay. What is even happening, libs? That's not good. Okay. Now that I've got a design, maybe I'm ready to maybe this is what I want. I want to buy these fabrics and make this pattern with these fabrics. I can click on this little download image. Maybe I don't want to make it just yet, but I just want to share on social media. You have two options: image only. You can download this image. You can share it in the Sew Squad. Here's my mock-up for the Bloom quilt. You can share it on Instagram, wherever. Just be sure to tag me, because then I can see it, and also tag QuiltInk so they get some promotion. Full page gives you the list of all the fabrics that you chose to color this design. So it'll list out all the colors, also like the print name, because I've included the print names and the colorways. And the downside is it doesn't give you fabric requirements, but if you have the pattern, it's in there, and then you can kind of figure it out from there. A little birdie told me that the next major update, it could be a year from now, I'm not sure how much longer, but at some point they will include fabric, I can't say it, it's a tongue twister. Fabric requirements will eventually be part of this platform, but this is a pretty major thing, just being able to upload prints. So again, so you can download this, you can print it out, and then you've got a key to your own custom colorway of all these different amazing quilt patterns that you can find here, okay? The other thing that you can do, if you want to publish this to the public wall so that other people, when they go on QuiltInk, they can see your amazing design. Look at this, it's fabulous. It's not. You can click save. You can save it as a draft and come back to it later. Or you can save it and publish it to the public wall on QuiltInk. Or you can say, no, I don't want to do any of that, and you can cancel. All right. So that's just a little update, a big update from QuiltInk. I love this. I'm really excited to start playing around and coloring patterns. I'll show you. If I have my own, let's go back here to the patterns. I did color 70s Sun, which is by the Retro Quilter. And look I did two completely different colorings, and I put them on the wall. Pretty exciting. This one I did in the new phosphor electric colors. And say I've already done this and you're like, ooh, I love this. I would like to know what colors Libs used to color this. You can click on here and it will give you the list of the colors that I chose to mock up this quilt. So then you can take it and you can make the quilt in these colorways. The other one I did was I used Birdie and made it this really pretty, all my pinks with the cream colored background. So that's another one. So it's just really fun and exciting. I love QuiltInk. It's really great. It's run by, it's just a family who live in Spain. They're really wonderful people. So it's a small business, and I really like to support all the small businesses. So if you have a chance, go on there, play around, click around, color some quilt designs. You might just get inspired just by coloring for fun. And yeah, that's it. So I hope that was helpful. If you do color anything on there, let me know. Let me know what you think of my fabrics in there, if it's working for you. Yeah, have fun coloring. It's so much faster than actually having to cut and sew quilts that you could spend a long time just coloring and not having to actually make anything. But sometimes that's all we need, right? Is a little bit of quilty coloring. So that's it. Okay, have a great day, everybody. Happy sewing. See you in the squad.